Hello, everyone, and welcome to DemocratandChronicle.com. I'm Sal Majorana, and I am joined today by our special guest, Brian Carnes, who's the Senior PGA Championship Director over at Oak Hill. And Brian, you've been here almost 2 years now, and I can't believe that we're 3 weeks away from the tournament finally kicking off. Give me your thoughts on what's going on.
Well, you're right. It's absolutely hard to believe that the last 2 years have already sort of come and gone, and it feels like it was just yesterday that we were sort of dropping ground here and starting things off. But I mean, this is kind of what we live for. You work 2 years on something, you put a lot of plans in place, you look at a site map and drawings and renderings for what things are supposed to sort of look like at the end for all that time, and so it's fun just to get here. I mean, you just prep for so much, and so this is kind of the chaotic time for us, but it's the reason we're in this business, and we're really excited about the way things are coming together, and I really can't wait to get to that day. I mean, that's just that countdown. For some people, I think maybe they think it would be a little nerve-wracking, and don't get me wrong, there's still things to do, but at the same time, we're excited for people to come and see what we have going on.
Now, we've been, obviously at Oak Hill, we've had many tournaments here, and they know what they're doing out there. The PGA of America certainly knows what they're doing. I want to talk about a couple things that are a little bit different this year, Brian. And one that jumped off the page, there was a press conference yesterday that we had over there, and the re-entry policy is something we have not seen at a tournament at Oak Hill, and I think it's a great idea. Can you just talk to fans about what that's all about?
Yeah, so the great thing about coming back year in, year out is that we get to take the feedback from spectators, right? And that was certainly something that we've heard over the years, that we'd love nothing more, especially for the people in the neighborhood, or you want to come out in the morning, then you need to leave to go back to the office or do something. You still want to come back at the end of the day, maybe to catch your favorite golfer. We have the flexibility to do that at this championship, and so we wanted to bring that back. And so from the get-go, we sort of made a decision that that's what we were going to do, and I know that that's been very exciting for people. But yeah, it's nice that, again, it allows you the ability to come in and come out. It kind of ties in with that flex ticket that we had that allows people to come out any day. So we just want it to be a good experience, and we know the people here are excited and they want to come out, but we want to make it as accessible as possible.
So what's going to happen is fans will come in, they'll get their hand stamped, and they'll have their scanned ticket. When you leave and then come back, you have to still don't wash your hand, and you still have to have that scanned ticket to get back in. But it is, like I said, I think it's a great flexibility for golf fans, especially, like you said, those first 2 days, which are very long, and you may not want to be there for the whole 13 hours.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about the field. We've gotten the list now, and there's almost all of the top guys on the Schwab Cup list are out there. Some of the guys that you're excited about being in Rochester?
Well, yeah, I mean, you start, Steve Stricker is probably one of the most recent big commitments.
Recent, right?
Yeah, one of the most recent, and so we're thrilled to have him. Steve Stricker, Ryder Cup captain for 2020, and obviously had an incredible PGA Tour career, and it's continued on now. But whether it's Colin Montgomery, John Daly, Bernard Longer, I mean, so many great golfers that have played here at major championships, Ryder Cups over the last 20 years. You have, a local hero like Jeff Sluman, Sean McKeel, who was out here about a month ago and played in some 40-degree temperatures.
Yeah, I was there.
Toughed it out. I know you had a chance to sit down with them, but that means a lot to this community, I know, to think about, someone who was a champion in 2003 and hit that iconic shot on 18 to then come back. And it really, brings things full circle here, I think, for a lot of the golf fans who've just been such a part of so much history here.
You've been doing this for several years, several different tournament sites. And I know you've talked about this, but just being there yesterday and them talking about parking and security and all that, they really do have it down. Someone said it yesterday. We have it down to a science. I think you would agree. They really do have this thing figured out.
Yeah, it's remarkable how much easier it is for us. I mean, because we come in cold, even though we've had staffs here before, we're still starting from scratch in some ways. So to be able to sort of have the blueprint, to have the support locally, that we have those questions, it's always how can we help, and also, hey, we have a plan here from 2013 and this is how we can get that done. It really is remarkable, and certainly for the state agencies, and you have, whether it's the town of Pittsburgh, you have the city, you have the county. I mean, there's a lot of different entities, working on this, and to see them collaborate at such an efficient level, it's remarkable. And having gone through so many championships, to your point, it's really easy to recognize how special it is.
Last thing we'll talk about, I want you to give the fans a couple ideas of outside of the golf when they go out to Oak Hill. What are a couple things, some sidelight entertainment things that are going to be available out there?
Well, I think the really the most exciting thing is the KitchenAid activations for people that are culinary enthusiasts. They have a chance to see some great celebrity chefs out there that week in the KitchenAid Fairway Club. Activations around their products, and so they'll get to see a lot of cool cooking going on. So they'll see that. We have a great upgraded bar area for public pavilion with a Constellation brand, so that's right off the first tee, so fans can go out there if they need to get out of the sun, hopefully, versus the rain. They'll have a chance to do that, and they'll be able to see a lot of small things, whether it's the 2023 PGA Championship logo that's going to be available in the merchandise shop. We have this great custom limited edition beer that we partner with Young Lion Brewery out of Canandaigua to produce. So we feel like it's just going to be a really memorable week, and when you look at the ticket prices starting as low as $25, juniors getting in free, ages 17 and under, I think it's going to be the spot to be that week, and we want to make it an event for everyone, not just the golf fans.
Great. All right, for Brian Carnes, I'm Sal Majorano. We will see you in 3 weeks. They're teeing off at Oak Hill for the 2019 Senior PGA Championship.